Hello and welcome to T-Dad Talks. I'm Garrett Watson. As elections approach us this year, with a quickly developing city around us, it's important as voting citizens to know your candidates and how they plan to handle important issues. To assist in the process, we here at Chronicle News Media decided to host a one-on-one interview with each of the candidates, and we hope you'll find this informative. To be fair, each candidate will be asked the same questions, and I will allow them to finish those questions before moving on to the next. Today, we're sitting down with City Council candidate Jay Gonzales. All right, so Jay, thanks for being with us today. I appreciate you coming down and talking with us about why you decided to run for office on City Council. First of all, could you tell us how long you've been in Trinidad and what brought you to this area?
It's been about 2 years now. I came down here for a client who wanted to see if his restaurant concept would work down here, and I just kind of fell in love with the area. Also found I found good opportunity here as well, and in a smaller community than what I was living in Arvada, Colorado. So, my children's graduating class would have been in the thousands. So, we just the idea of having a smaller community and still living in the mountains and be able to afford it, that's what it was for us to move to Trinidad. So.
Very cool. So what made you decide to start running for City Council?
I see a city on the verge. I see a community that's ready to take some steps in the positive direction to further economic development and make a safer place for our children as well. Really, that was kind of the one driver behind it, is that my children are now into this community as well. We own a couple different businesses in town, and we want a safe place for our children to grow up at and have the best education possible. So,
yeah, that's great. In this growing city with all of the opportunity that there is, what are some of the challenges that you see us as a town facing, and how would you go about approaching those?
Well, I see a couple different challenges that we have. We have an infrastructure challenge. I have a friend who is from here, and he has put a camera through just about every sewer system here, and we've got a really big problem right underneath our feet. So we definitely have some infrastructure issues is one of our challenges that we have before us. We also have a struggling school district that we need to get whatever help that we possibly can to help the educators that are there put forth the best plan that they possibly can to improve those test scores and make our schools be back on the rise again.
Yeah. And speaking to kind of the economy aspect of it, how would you support a developing economy in Trinidad?
So I've got a couple ideas on supporting the economy here. One is our business area district that we have in here. I've been in communities to where each person in that business district puts in an amount of money in, and over 100 businesses in a downtown area or 50 businesses in a downtown area, that money starts to accumulate. And as a nonprofit, you can use that money and leverage it to do capital improvements through yourself, through your own business area districts, to keep your streets a little bit cleaner. Maybe possibly hire an off-duty police officer to come into our high tax zones, i.e. by the car dealership or by any of the dispensaries as well. I think that if we take those areas and understand that they're the jewel of our town, they're what's bringing money in. Now, I'm not saying the only jewels, but it's some of the high taxed grossing areas in Trinidad, and we should take care of those, and we should foster those areas to have them look like the gems that they are. Those are the entrances to our city, and we should care for those.
Yeah, those are some good points. So as far as the relationship between the city and the county, I know that's something that comes up in a lot of discussions I've had. And how do you plan to kind of support a positive relationship between the city and county moving forward?
I think that's one of the biggest challenges that our city and our county has before us is bridging that relationship gap that's just not there. And I know that the current county commissioners and city councils have put some bridges out there. But I think it's going to take a whole community effort, working together to bring the city and the county together. And I definitely support that. I have 2 businesses out in the county as well. So it's important to me that a strong Trinidad also means a strong Los Animas County, because you can't have one without the other. And working hand in hand, we can really tackle some of the issues that we have with healthcare, mental health care, police issues, as far as those poor guys being understaffed as it is. Trinidad is a very economically depressed town, but we are on the rise, and with all the positive things that we have going into this area, there's no reason that we are going to get more and more high quality people to move down to our community and help bring some of those businesses back that just aren't here anymore.
Yeah, that's great. So I guess in summation, could you explain to the public why they should vote for you, Jay Gonzales, for city council?
I'm pretty passionate about my feelings towards protecting children and keeping them safe. I'm very vocal about that. It's really, I want to stand on that. I understand in Los Animas County we have a ton of problems, from drug overdose, opioid issues, to homelessness, to mental health issues. And I'm not saying none of those problems shouldn't be addressed, but when the well is very, very thin and just about dry, we have to focus our efforts on something. And I think the children of this community is something where I would like to put my focus on, and keeping them safe and improving the education system. And through that's going to be the vibrance. That's going to be the renaissance. Is those children that we're teaching, and raising those test scores and having it be the town that we want it to be, for our kids to be able to grow up in.
That was City Council candidate Jay Gonzales. We hope you enjoyed today's talk, and if you did, please like and share it with your friends. This is Garrett Watson, T-Dad Talk. Have a good one.